Today, we're going to reframe something most of us think of as a flaw, forgetfulness, and turn it into a strategic advantage. I'm serious. If you feel like your memory is a leaky bucket, you're about to see that it's actually a super advanced filtration system, one that can unlock a level of productivity you didn't think was possible.
Okay, let's just dive right in with a feeling I'm pretty sure we all know. You walk into a room and completely forget why you're there. You lose your keys for the 10th time this week. Someone you just met yesterday says hi, and their name has just vanished. It's that constant, nagging feeling that your brain is just completely full, right?
In this whole experience, it doesn't just happen in a vacuum, does it? Society has all these labels for it. You're scattered, lazy, maybe even a little bit flaky. And it often comes with this heavy dose of shame, like you're failing at the most basic parts of being a functional adult. You look at this graveyard of forgotten details and just feel like you're not getting it right. But what if I told you you're not broken? Not at all. In fact, what if this isn't a defect? This quote, this gets to the absolute heart of what we're exploring. Your mind isn't failing. It's running a different, way more advanced operating system, one that is built for deep thinking, not for storing every single little piece of data.
So, what is the psychology behind all this? Well, it all comes down to a secret bouncer who's working the door at the nightclub of your brain. The core concept here is a psychological trait called low latent inhibition. Now, that's a really fancy term for a pretty simple idea. Your brain's filter is just way more relaxed than the average person's. That bouncer, he's not turning away information at the door. He's letting pretty much everything in for a look around.
And what's really fascinating here is the sheer scale of what's happening. While most people are processing the world in megabytes, the mundane details, the grocery lists, your brain is downloading reality in terabytes. You're not just seeing the world, you are experiencing this high-definition, multisensory stream of it all the time.
So, the crucial point is this. With all that data flooding in, your brain has to make a choice. It can either crash the whole system, or it can get really, really good at deleting junk files. Your forgetfulness isn't a failure to store information. It's an aggressive, high-speed data pruning process, and it's designed to keep your mental CPU from totally overheating. It is a feature, not a bug.
So this data pruning system, it actually creates 3 hidden superpowers. Let's flip the script and turn what you thought were your biggest flaws into your greatest strengths.
Let's start with the first one. You're in a conversation and you just miss the small details. You forget their name 2 seconds after they say it. It's so easy to feel rude or disrespectful, like you weren't even paying attention. But this illustrates what's really going on. Your brain has flipped what we'll call a logistics switch. While the other person's brain is busy filing away the name, yours has already cleared its RAM to analyze the bigger picture, the core ideas, the hidden patterns, the person's character. You're not a filing cabinet. You're a high-speed processor.
All right, superpower number 2. Ever heard of time blindness? You think only 10 minutes have passed, but you look up and somehow it's been 2 hours. This can make you chronically late, a trait that society, well, it really loves to judge.
But this so-called flaw is actually your secret ticket to achieving a deep flow state. Your brain literally forgets the clock because it's so hyper-focused on a single project or passion. While everyone else is getting distracted, you are capable of this incredible level of immersion that can produce a month's worth of work in a single afternoon. That's a superpower, plain and simple. And finally, the third common flaw. You look around your home and you see it, a graveyard of abandoned hobbies. There's the guitar gathering dust, the half-finished coding project. It's so easy to label yourself as someone who lacks grit or just can't stick with anything.
But your brain isn't just quitting. It's what you might call a dopamine miner. Once it has extracted the core pattern of a skill, it gets bored with the repetition and moves on to the next challenge. And this process, it enables something called far transfer, this rare ability to apply a lesson from one field to a completely unrelated one. You're not quitting. You're building a unique stack of skills that lets you innovate in ways no specialist ever could.
Okay, so now that we get the why, let's get practical with the how. Here's a simple workflow to actually harness this trait.
We'll call it the focus selection workflow. It's a 3-step process designed to help you stop fighting your own biology and start working with it. It's all about externalizing your memory so your brain can do what it does best. Think.
Let's break this down real quick. First, the production effect. If something is important, say it out loud. Vocalizing it signals to your brain's bouncer that this piece of info is a VIP. Next, you got to embrace restorative nothingness. Your brain needs downtime to process and prune. So stop filling every spare second with a screen and just let your mind idle. And third, use the why filter. Your brain is built for logic. If it can't find a why behind a task, it's literally programmed to delete it, so always find the logic first.
So, the crucial takeaway from all of this is that you are not broken. You are not scattered. You are not lazy. It's time to completely, totally shed that old, inaccurate label for good.
You are a strategist. This quote just captures it perfectly. In a world that's drowning in noise and trivial information, you are the calm center. You are the eye of the storm. You move through all that chaos precisely because your mind refuses to carry the unnecessary weight of it all. You are designing a life of focus and peace by intentionally pruning the irrelevant. And this leaves us with one final provocative thought. Mastering this trait isn't about learning to remember more. It's about becoming more conscious and deliberate about what you choose to forget. So what's the first piece of irrelevant data, the first mental tab that you are going to intentionally close today?